Welcome back to Tokyo Ghoul-re anime review. I just finished watching the Tokyo Ghoul-re, the newest episode of the anime, which is the 20th episode of the series, and this was a very jaw-dropping episode. This is Incarnation Awakened Child. This episode adapts the first 15 pages of chapter 134, pages 8 through 11 of chapter 135, 8 through 19 of 136, the entirety of 137, 18 and 19 of 138, 11 to 16 of 139, page 6 and 13 and 19 of 144. This episode picks up right where last week's episode left off, with showing up the ceremony of Kaneki and Toka's wedding, when they're interrupted by, I'm trying to remember, what was her name? It is, I think it's Nishido, I think her name is. Yeah. Where she shows up with her army of goons, and Junzo in this episode, and also his 13th guard, as well, the armband says is the Roman numeral for 13. He gets sent by Kaneki in this episode. And of course, who does Tedri go after? Goes after Toka, because she married Kaneki. Though for some reason that she's able to change out of her outfit that she wore during the wedding, and she's back to her normal outfit that she's normally seen wearing. And of course, she also gets stabbed in the shoulders in this episode. We also have another scene going on at the CGC headquarters. We have Euro and one of the special investigators teaming up to take down the director of the CGC, who has allied himself with two ghouls. One looks like a little girl, the other one is basically a full-grown man. And the battle between these two and Euro and the special investigator, this lasts for a good chunk of the episode. It ends basically with the special investigator dying, and of course there are two ghouls getting killed by Yuri. I'm not going to say how, but it is quite shocking. And of course the director himself is shot in the head, though he magically comes back anyways, and he might be actually a ghoul. Though I don't technically confirm it. He's the one that killed the special investigator by stabbing a katana through his neck. Yep. And then, of course, after Kaneki takes on, Teruo's guards, and he gets all of his limbs chopped off, and then he's able to keep fighting despite the fact, with his Kinke, despite the fact this guy's got no limbs at all, tears through all of them, and then the episode ends with the most jaw-dropping ending I've seen in anime in quite some time. He transforms into the Black Dragon and pretty much causes a blackout in Tokyo, consumes several, he basically, almost like a centipede, grows up several stories tall, consuming several buildings, causing several explosions. Basically, he indirectly turns Tokyo into a ruined city. And this all happens in a matter of about 10 minutes. Yeah. When I saw this, I'm like, wow, what a jaw-dropping ending to this episode. And I can't wait for next week's episode. Very fantastic ending to the series. Despite the fact some things were rearranged, and of course some things were cut, the ending is basically the big selling point of this episode. And those of you curious though, how long does this whole Black Dragon thing last for? This thing is around for pretty much the rest of the series. Kaneki, it takes a while to find him. Yes, it takes a good long while to find him. It takes the characters a good almost 20 chapters to find him. Yes, seriously. It takes them a freaking long time to find him. And when they find him, they basically get him out of the Black Dragon. He's basically got no limbs, so he eventually gets replaced with limbs anyways. Somehow. But yeah, really damn good episode. Yeah. I mean, those some people who don't like Tokyo Ghoul-re, because this particular season has been accused of basically having terror pacing. This episode did not have terror pacing. Was very well done. I love the fight scenes in here. It is fantastic. I love it. And it's probably one of the most glorious episodes of the entire series. Yeah. And as for in case you want to know, how did they get rid of the Black Dragon? You have to read the manga basically. Now the thing is wrapped up by the second last chapter because the final chapter is simply just an epilogue to the entire series because it kind of wraps up with chapter 178. Yeah. Do I keep thinking though? At what point are they actually going to put in stuff they actually cut off in the manga? No idea. It just depends upon the animators. One thing I'm really not hoping this will not happen. I'm hoping this particular season is not going to be 12 episodes like it was with Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know what is with studio parents and their obsession with only doing 12 episodes. Yeah, this is something that really kind of bothers me about them. Is because they've had this obsession with this particular series. Only do 12 episodes. Like, why can't it be like what it is with Bleach and Naruto? Would actually take their time. This series, it seems like a lot of the time they're just rushing through the manga. I have no idea what to do this for. Now, it's presented pretty well. I mean, the first season of the show, from what I can tell, despite the fact they kind of rearranged a couple arcs out of order, it was a really damn good first season. Rude was okay, but the animations basically was not up to basically what was in season 1. This season so far, both season 1 and season 2 of Re, the animation has been really good. I've never seen it. I can tell that the animators probably took their time with the animation. It's just that some of the problems they've had with this particular season, the second season, mind you, the first season of Tokyo Re, the first 12 episodes, did not have this problem where it had terrible pacing. This season did. As a matter of fact, there's a good almost half of the episodes that's aired for the season so far, at least about 4 episodes that have got terrible pacing. Sometimes you don't notice it, but you can tell when you think about it later, man, this episode was terribly paced. This episode, no, this episode is not terribly paced. It's a really damn good episode. Yep. I gotta hand it also the fight between Kaneki and Junzo. Fantastic fight. Too bad it basically wasn't concluded per se. Junzo himself, in case you're wondering, he does not die in the series. He actually does survive to the very. He's one of the very few characters who is not one of the ghouls who actually does survive. He actually does survive. He does live to see the end of the series. Yeah, that's basically when it comes to that. One character, I don't remember if I think she was absent for some period of time from the manga. I was really hoping Psycho, that's her name, the blue hair girl who was with Kaneki when he was part of the Quincy squad, the Quincy squad. I kind of was hoping she would show up in this episode, but she's absent. Yeah, that's where she is. She apparently quit the CGC, and what I meant know later on in the manga is that the CGC does briefly form an alliance with the Black Goat to find Kaneki, and they keep the alliance even after they find Kaneki. I'm looking forward to seeing that in the anime. I mean, I know I'm foreshadowing stuff, but that's what happened in the manga. And no, I did not read that line. I did read it via some Wiki page. I actually read this via the manga. Okay? So, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my next several reviews. My next review I'm actually going to do is Black Clover. Yep, I'm going to do Black Clover next, then Ace Attorney, then 7 Deadly Sins, and then, if possible, if I get a chance to finish reading it, the review of the 15th light novel of the High School DxD series. Okay? But until I see you on the next review, bye.